O ayan, ang ganda naman ng love story. Pero isa-isahin muna natin sila kasi ito po'y he said, she said. Ibang kwento ng lalaki sa babae. Bakit ganon? First, the darling of Philippine Entertainment, champion equestrian in the Philippines, Mikee Jaworski is in the house!
Hi, it's so nice to be back with you.
Hello, it's been such a long time.
Yes.
Grabe, Mikee. I hate to say it. 50 years old? Come
Yes.
on. Mukha ka lang 30.
Wow, thanks. That's what my son says pag may kailangan siya.
Talaga, pag may mangungutang sa'yo. Oo, mukha kang 30. Alam mo, I think it's the dimples. Yung dimples niya talaga nakakabata.
Ganun ba yun?
Oo, tingin ko. What's your secret? Hindi ka tumatanda.
Well, mabait na asawa siguro.
Wow, talaga ba?
Secret ba yun? Parang hindi.
Ganun ba yun? Wow, mamaya malalaman natin. Sino ba mas mabait sa kanila? At sino yung mapagtiis? Ayun. Si Micaela Maria Antonia, ang daming pangalan.
Tama eh.
Mikee de los Reyes Cojuanco. She's the daughter of two prominent people. Ano ba yung mom mo before she became a government official? Beauty queen ba siya?
No, she
No?
was never a beauty queen. Pero nagmamodel siya. And then, we couldn't really remember how old she was when she was named one of Harper Bazaar's 100 most beautiful women in the world.
In the world?
Parang 20 years old yata siya at that time, 19, 20, something like that. Pero married na sila that time. So I guess she became known as a socialite. And then, bata pa siya nung nagpakasal sila and she wasn't able to finish college. Later on, after China, my youngest sister was born, she went back to school. Ayun na, nag-college, nag-master's degree, nag-doctorate degree, tsaka parating top of her class. You know, so it's actually, those are accomplishments that not a lot of people really know about.
Especially
Pero,
after
yeah.
how many children?
5.
5!
Yeah.
Wow, 5 kayo, walang lalaki.
5 girls.
Right?
Wala.
5 girls. Wow, what an accomplished woman. Imagine hinabol niya lahat yun after 5 kids.
Yes.
Sounds like my mother also. But your mom became governor.
Yes, yes.
Oo, nag-gobernador pa si Tingting
Yeah,
Cojuanco.
governor of Tarlac, and then later on, she became the president of the Philippine PPSC, Public Safety College.
Ayun.
Yeah.
And the father, of course, is premier businessman, Peping Cojuanco. Did he ever go into politics?
My dad was a counselor in Paniki, and then he became vice mayor. He was the youngest vice mayor. I don't know kung sa Tarlac lang or Philippines. And then later on, he was a congressman.
Yeah.
he was a
Parang
congressman.
naabutan ko yata yun.
Probably.
Oo,
yeah.
naabutan ko yon. So, wow, how was it? Bata pa lang kayo, yung mga magulang na ninyo, parang ano na, no, puntahan na ng tao. Were you aware growing up na yung mga magulang ninyo were prominent?
Actually, yes. I guess because ang daming bisita parate sa bahay. We have a very long table dun sa dining room namin na sabi namin, kung nakakapagsalita lang yung furniture, ang dami niyang maisisiwalat na mga parts of history, ganon.
Right.
So, I
So
guess
you mean
we
this
knew.
table is still there?
It's still there.
Wow,
It's still there.
okay. So what's your role among 5 girls? Ano yan, parati kayo naghihiraman ng damit o nag-aagawan ng damit?
Ako parate yung recipient kasi ako yung hindi mahilig magbihis. So, lahat ng damit ng mga ate namin. Sa akin, syempre muna because I'm also the eldest of the younger 3. Si Maymay naman is very fashionable and stylish. So, she has her own, you know, she has her own. Ever since bata kami. Kami ni China, kaming parating nakasando, nakashorts, nakapaa.
Wala ka
Ganon,
namang
so-
galit sa buhay.
No, actually,
Hand-me-down parati.
talagang in-enjoy namin yon. Hindi naman ako mahilig mamili and I don't really feel, siguro kasi sobrang chubby ako nung maliit ako. Kung ano na lang ibigay sa akin, okay na yun.
Oh, wow.
Mas mahilig ako sa I really like playing outdoor.
Na umaakyat ng puno,
Yung nangungulit.
sumasakay ng bisikleta, nagbabaging. I can't imagine, parang ang Tarzan. Talaga ba? Sa hacienda.
You know, there's a specific place doon, tawag namin doon Bahay Kubo. Sa likod noon, may body of water. I don't even know kung natural siya or man-made siya. Pero may malaking puno doon na may lubid. And kaming magkakapatid, the younger ones, and then yung mga kaibigan namin na taga ron, that was one of the places that we would go to rest.
Right.
Tapos maraming puno ng aratilis doon, may mga kainito. Tapos, nagbabaging kami doon. Kung sino yung mahulog, sorry na lang. You know, we had a very happy childhood.
She has lots of empathy towards everybody. And she gives you her time. If, let's say, you want to consult or confide in her, she'll give me a little piece of advice or sometimes no advice at all. Because sometimes what a person needs is only an ear to listen, diba? There's not really much to say, but alam mo na to, abadu forever and ever.
So lahat kayo rin, lumaki rin sa Hacienda Luisita.
My Ate Leah and my Ate Pin actually lived there. And then they studied in Tarlac.
Okay.
But then when martial law was declared, they moved to Manila. And I was born 1974, so martial law na nung time na yon. Hindi na ako nakatira doon or nakapag-aral doon. But we spent a lot of time there, of
A
course.
lot of time there.
Yeah.
Parang it's you think it will forever stay in the family, Hacienda Luisita?
Well, it's a lot different now from how it was before, but the special places, I guess, where there were a lot of memories, where we spent a lot of time growing up, the spaces that remind us of our unity as a family and the good times that we experienced together, yung mga places na yon will remain intact.
Ah, really? You were close to Chris? Chris Aquino, by the way, ay pinsan ni Mikey. So, you were close to her then?
We were closer when medyo a little bit older na.
Older na,
Yeah.
I
Kasi when we used to have family reunions every Friday.
Right.
Tapos siguro ako yung maliit na makulit and I'd want to play with her and our other cousin, si Rina, kasi sila talaga yung super close. Eh, ayaw nila. So, sinusumbong ko sila. Sabi ko,
Ay, galit
Rina
sa'yo.
and Chris don't want to play with me. Tapos yung sobrang innocent ka pa, di ba, na parang hindi mo iisipin na, ay, ayoko magsumbong kasi mas magagalit sila sa akin. Hindi, walang ganon. It's more of, magsusumbong ako so that you will play with me.
Wow, okay.
So now, ang biroan is, kasi brat ka nun eh, brat. Sinasabi nila, brat daw ako. So, kayo nga, bully kayo eh.
Ay, talaga.
So,
Away
ganon,
bata.
I guess, you know, since madalas kami magkasama, nagiging parang hindi lang magpinsan, parang magkapatid na, yung ganon,
oo.
yeah.
Naku, tigilan na nga nating kwentuhan ganyan para naalala
Actually,
ko yung mga
masaya
anak ko.
nga siya eh. Masaya
ba yun, not when you're a
It's
mother?
fun to, well, I guess not, but it's fun to look back and...
But you wanna jump out the window? Pag nag-aaway na. Oo.
Oh, kasi especially with you, kasi they're exactly the same age. So
And I'm much older. I don't have
the
patience.
patience.
Yes, oo. Kayo masaya. Kami, sumasakit ang ulo. Let's change the topic.
Yung nag-aaway na kids.
So you were aware of the politics. Siyempre, yun yung pamilya mo eh. Part of history ang pamilya ninyo, di ba?
I guess it started out na parang naramdaman ko na the only time I could really be with my parents was kahit nagtatrabaho sila. So I would be around them, I would spend time with them, and hindi ko maiwasan marinig yung mga napag-uusapan nila. So in that sense, I guess lumawak yung pag-iisip ko about it. And even if I was really young, I knew what was going on. I was already a national athlete when I was 16.
Ah, wow, really? Ang
Yeah.
aga naman.
I started riding when I was 10.
Then, your life is so action-packed ah. Action-packed ang buhay niya kasi, ito na muna. So, pinakilala nila sa'yo ang una mong kabayo. Paano ka naman na-in-love sa pagsasakay sa kabayo? Ganun. Ano ba Tagalog sa pagiging
Mangangabayo.
equestrian? Mangangabayo? Ganun ba yun? Hindi naman kutsero.
Hindi naman. Hindi
diba?
rin naman hinete.
Hindi hinete. Anong tawag dyan sa Tagalog? Okay, so...
Well, actually, my dad, karerista siya. He was a racehorse trainer. Tapos, sinasama niya kami pag nagte-training siya. And actually, sobrang bored na bored kami. Kasi hinihintay namin siya na pinapanood yung tumatakbo yung mga kabayo. Parang ako naisip ko, hindi ito exciting ha. Mas masaya siguro kung nakasakay ka. And at the same time, my cousins, nag-riding lessons sila. My older cousins. So sabi ko, parang okay yan na. Tapos eto na naman ako, yung gusto ko parati akong kasama. Bata pa lang FOMO na. Sabi ko, I want to be with them because they're cool. Gusto ko maging cool din ako. So I was asking my parents, can I ride with them? Ayaw nila. So, kinulit ko sila ng kinulit, mga 2 years. Finally, nung nag-guess na sila, sawa na yung mga pinsan ko. So hindi na nila tinuloy. Ako tinuloy ko.
Okay. So what does it take to be a champion equestrian? Una, hindi ba nakakatakot yan? Malaglag ka, di ba? Hindi ba nakakatakot?
Well, maybe. Siyempre, may mga times din na alam mo that you're exposing yourself to more risk than other times. Pero siguro pag gusto mong manalo,
What did you do exceptionally that made you a champion?
you just have to work hard. You have to have an attitude of excellence.
Right.
Na everything you do, you have to do it as best as you can. And you have to just, yung tiyaga talaga. There will be good days and bad days, but you have to work through it.
Right. And I think that work ethic as an equestrian, she was 2002 Asian Games champion. As an equestrian, she brought to showbiz. Okay, paano mula sa pangangabayo na lang, ano?
Oo nga.
Mula sa pangangabayo, napunta naman tayo dito sa showbiz. Ginagaya ko lang yung mga pagsasalita ng mga, eto na, parating na. Okay, so, the darling of Philippine Entertainment, next. May dahilan naman pala kung bakit napunta siya sa showbiz at tumigil muna sa pangangabayo. Paano naman 100 times ka na palang mahigit nalaglag sa kabayo, ayaw mo pa rin tumigil. Finally, bakit ka tumigil?
I think kailangan maging practical din sa buhay. So, when I got to the point na alam ko na hindi na ako magko-compete internationally, that I was moving on to different things, I guess, you have to accept that there are other things that I can do, need to do. Ganun siguro, na kahit na gusto ko pa rin sumakay, iba na rin yung sasabihin ko na yung level of quality of the riding that I used to do. I don't know kung fulfilling pa rin siya kung hindi ganon. So, and it's logistical
parang the turning point of a ballerina.
Yeah, I guess, something like
It's either
this.
you become a prima or you become a dentist.
Layo. I don't know if I had to choose talaga. You spoke about evolution earlier. I think I evolved.
You evolved. Okay. Nag-evolve siya to become ka-love
In other words,
ni Aga
aged.
Mulak. Age? Grabe ko naman.
Hindi naman.
Do you still keep a horse?
I do.
Meron?
Kasi yung kabayo ko na nanalo nung Asian Games, she's still there.
Totoo ba?
Yeah, that was...
Gaano ba katagal ang buhay ng kabayo?
Depende. Yung iba, 20s usually. Pero if you're gonna say na yung talagang old age, I guess early 30s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good
So
for
she's
you.
30. She's
Ano
30
pangalan
now.
niya?
Her name is Rustic Rouge.
Rustic Rouge.
Tama-tama naka-red.
Oo nga.
Actually, when we got her, yun na yung pangalan niya.
Oh, how na.
Hindi naman ang masyadong creative, so hindi ko na pinalitan.
Sinasakay mo pa rin?
No more. Matagal na.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay. At ang tatay ayaw kabayo ang mga anak mo.
Ayaw niya.
Oo.
Sabi niya, sapat na daw yung ilang taon yung nabawas sa kanya pag ako yung pinapanood niya.
Ayun.
Pag yung mga bata pa daw pinanood niya, mas malala pa.
Oo nga, nakaka-nervyos. Okay.
And actually, pati ako, ninenervyos. And I realized when I started coaching na mas nakaka-nervyos panoorin yung tinuturuan mo kaysa yung ikaw yung lumalaban. So,
Correct, di ba? Gumawa na lang tayo ng pelikula. At maging leading lady ni Aga Mulak. Ganun na lang. Pakisarado muna ang tenga, Dodot, okay. So, paano ka napunta sa showbiz?
well, when I was 17, I did a Swatch commercial with Tita Girlie and Tita Virgie. After that, may mga movie offers na. Pero sabi ko, I was not even considering it kasi paano pa ako papasok sa showbiz? I was a full-time student. and an athlete. I was a national athlete pa. And na-injure ako. And it took a long time for me to really recover, more than a year. So within that time, parang sabi ko, hindi ako sanay na estudyante ako, na yun lang yung ginagawa ko actually. So I said, okay, maybe we can try to explore this world of showbiz.
Okay.
And that's how it started.
Movie ka agad talaga?
Yes,
Movie ka
actually.
agad?
Actually, no, may spotlight on Mikey.
Right.
Yeah,
At that time, I
it's a
remember.
short series lang, di ba?
Yes.
Parang 7 episodes siya. And then we did the movie already. And then I
Okay.
had my own TV show for 5 years, weekly show.
You did,
So,
right?
Yeah, I did.
I remember. Was it like a drama series?
Well, it was not a series, pero naging very interesting yung format niya because, okay, I was very new. A lot of our guests were also new. Maraming mga sumikat na artista na doon nag-umpisa, doon yung mga first exposures nila, even directors. So it was fun kasi hindi siya yung parating isa lang yung character mo, tapos yung plot niya is kailangan mag-isip kayo ng twist and turns na kahit hindi na talaga makatotohanan, gagawin niyo pa rin. It wasn't like that.
It was
And
like a wakasan.
yes, each episode was a different story,
Oh, nice.
different yung character ko.
Ay, ganda.
And then at a certain stage, well, every week iba yung guest. Ganon.
Right.
So I got to work with so many different people, so many different directors, even yung mga nag-umpisa na sa continuity sila, tapos eventually director na, yung ganon. Parang I also got to witness that. So it was really fun.
She's very dedicated talaga sa kung ano yung gusto niyang gawin. Sobra siyang dedicated. Like, sa pag-aaral, tinapos niya. And very frugal si Mikey. Kung makikita mo yung mga ibang artista, palaging bago ng kotse, gano'n. Siya hindi. Kung ano yung binigay ng tatay niya, yun lang yung ginagamit niya. Kasi lahat ng pera niya para sa mga kabayo niya. Sobra siyang down to earth. At saka talagang never siya nagka-ere. Maski nung super sikat na sikat siya. She always had time for her fans. Saka, mabait siyang tao talaga eh.
Ilang araw pa lang kita nakikilala. Pero parang pwede ko na sabihin sa'yo lahat ng gusto kong sabihin.
Tulad ng,
Box office hit ang Forever. Ayun, di ba? What do you think was the magic formula of that movie?
I honestly don't know because I was so dependent on Roel Santiago, our director. No, because he also directed the Swatch ad.
Bakit mo ako niloko, Joyce?
Isabel, titigan mo ko, Chito. At sabihin mo sa akin, may nagbago ba bukod sa ayos ko? Sa suot ko?
Alam ko na kahit na siguro pumuti na yung buhok niya doon, lumipis na, trying to guide a newbie, a first-timer, parang I really trusted na the final product would be good. Kasi sobrang perfectionist siya. And of course, Aga was such an experienced actor. So, you know, they were so helpful. Bing Loizaga, same
Correct.
thing, you know. So, parang para sa akin, sila veterans na, and they were so generous with their expertise.
But was that your favorite movie?
Well, siguro that and Doremi.
Doremi, because...
Because by then, siguro sobrang, mas relaxed na ako about playing different roles. And then I got to work with Donna and Regine, and we really developed a friendship.
Basta ako, kung dito ka, dito rin ako. Hoy, dito na rin ako. Sama-sama tayo, malalampasan natin to.
It wasn't work. Hindi na siya naging work.
Parang fun.
Talagang we just enjoyed every day of shooting,
Right.
and then so it was my most fun movie actually to shoot. And
Ano ba yung last na pelikula na ginawa mo?
it was with Cesar Montano.
Oo.
So it was Doremi was my second to the last. That's the last was with Cesar Montano.
Wow, 8 television shows, by the way. Hindi na natin maiisa-isa. But how many movies all in all?
9.
9.
Nine
Wow.
I was one of the leads, and then I did cameos later on.
Oo.
Yeah.
Ah,
After
okay.
after like more recent.
At pagkatapos, makilala mo na si Dodot, wala na, goodbye na sa lahat.
Hindi naman.
Ganun. Ano nangyari? Parang naglaho. Ano nangyari?
Siguro at that stage, the TV show kasi nag-reformat din kami and we were at the stage where it was kind of a struggle to add more substance. Parang I was discussing with our producers na pwede naman siguro na may gawin tayo na may mensahe na rin. Hindi na lang yung parate na lang ako nagpapatawa, yung parate na lang na sobrang light. Siguro nasa point na tayo na pwede na tayong, di ba, parang to discuss some topics or to portray some issues na may mapupulot naman yung mga nanonood. But it was a struggle kasi those types of shows are not really popular. Hindi siya masyadong nag-rate. So I think at that point, it was a time for me that parang naging crossroads din siya para sa akin. I still enjoy the movies, but at that time, I had decided na I wanted to concentrate on sports. I wanted to ride internationally a little bit more. And so siguro yung pagiging immersed ko sa showbiz at that time, medyo nag-step back na rin ako ng konti. And by that time, actually Dodot and I were together already. So siguro I just reached crossroads talaga. And then there were some issues with my horse that I was competing internationally with. Sabi ko, bakit ganon, di ba? Parang at that stage, I had already learned na the Lord has plans for us. And sometimes hindi malinaw sa atin kung ano yon. And sometimes hindi yun yung inaasahan natin. Pero kailangan magtiwala tayo. So I guess I just had to really figure out that at that point, what's next? And for me, what's next was being with Dodot and building a life together, a family, and what would it take to be a mom that I want to be. Hindi yung iba yung napapalaki ng anak mo, yung ganon. So na-enjoy ko lahat nun because of that decision.
Right.
Yeah.
So, sino na unang na-inlove kanino? Pag nung nagkita kayo, ikaw
Well,
ba?
since ako yung una mong kinakausap, sasabihin ko na,
Siya talaga. Excuse me.
kasi iba yung sagot niya. Ito na yung sinasabi mo na
Parating
bakit
ganon.
iba yung interpretation.
Parating ganon. Oo. Lalo na kung alpha male. Alpha male. Natapat sa alpha female. Paano ba yan?
Paano ba yun?
Yan nga, malalaman natin kung ano naman ang bersyon ni Dodot Jaworski, no? Sa aming pagbabalik. Magbabalik ka pa.
Yes.
Sabay kayo. Mamaya
Siyempre,
kayo.
kailangan ma-defend ko yung
Of course,
sarili ko
mamaya
after.
kayo magbubunong braso, no? Yan ang famous jersey ni Bobby Jaworski. Yan din ba ang bola na hinawakan niya?
Well, actually, that ball has my signature on
Your
it.
signature
Yes,
on it.
yes.
But this one is
It's
the jersey
And signed jersey by my father.
by your father. How's your dad?
My dad's okay, he's at home, but
Oo.
he's unfortunately not as strong as he used to be.
Oo nga.
He's
How old is
Now 78 years old.
78? That's young. Come on.
Still young, but unfortunately he encountered some health challenges
health
in
issues,
the past
oo.
few years. But he's a little better now, so we're still praying that he gets back into his old strength. Yeah.
Okay, pero wow, in the heyday of Bobby Jaworski, talagang siya talaga ang parang presidente ng Pilipinas. At mas grabe pa, kumbaga kung meron tayong mga John Lloyd Cruz ngayon, mas tanyag pa siya kay John Lloyd Cruz. Yan ang Bobby Jaworski. Why is it? Can you remind everybody why he was such a legend? And yun ang title niya, The Legend, Bobby Jaworski.
I think it's because the way he portrayed himself on the hard court. Remember, during the 70s and 80s, wala pang internet, wala pang cable, you only had a few channels. No? And when you watch basketball then, the brand of basketball of Jaworski was yung kilala hanggang ngayon, yung Never Say Die. So, yung Pilipino grabbed onto that and made it part of their lives. Na kahit anong hirap ng buhay, laban lang. Kasi one day, mananalo ka. And I think that's the way my dad inspired so many people. So growing up, we were lucky because my dad's a very loving father.
Totoo ba?
Yeah, so priority niya yung family. And during those times, ang weekends, walang laro. So pagdating sa weekends yun, ilalabas siya kami, mamamasyal kami.
Parang
out of
hindi
town.
Bobby Jaworski, no?
Yeah.
Kasi kung minsan, di ba sabi nga nila, even, was it LeBron James or somebody else who said, Michael Jordan said, you wouldn't want to train under me. Kasi pagka magaling ka sa ginagawa mo at ikaw ay naging mentor, lalo na kayo, tatay niya kayo, hindi siya stricto. Di ba usually pag perfectionist ka, stricto ka sa mga anak mo?
Actually, very strict siya.
Very strict.
Very strict siya. Yeah,
Okay.
he's very, very strict.
Pero, talagang playtime. May playtime din.
Yes, pero sa kanya, gusto niya mamasyal kami. He wanted to bring us out. Kasi nga during the week, medyo he had a very busy schedule also. So weekends, he dedicated to us. Pero growing up, pag lumabas kami, kahit saan kami kumain ng restaurant noon, halos hindi makakain daddy ko. Sa dami na magpapasign sa kanya, o yung iba may dala pa. Hindi pa usong cellphone noon, pero talagang camera.
Camera.
Oo, so during those times, talagang dinudumog yung dad ko noon.
Wow.
So palagi namin sinasabi sa kanya, Pa, bakit ganun? Parang mas mahal mo pa ibang tao kaysa sa amin. Kasi maliliit pa kami.
Ilan kayo magkakapatid?
During the time, tatlo pa kami. Actually, we're 4 siblings, pero yung youngest namin is 14 years younger than me.
Oh, okay.
So, pahabol na lang yun no, when they were a little older. But the 3 of us, my sister who's a year older than me, myself, and then my youngest brother who's 3 years younger, kami yung palaging pinapasyal ng dad ko.
Ano sagot niya sa inyo?
And ang sabi naman ng dad ko, alam nyo, kung anong meron tayo, itong mga taong to, ang dahilan bakit siniswerte tayo sa buhay. And that stuck to me. That stuck to me, and that's the reason why, against my dad's wishes, I entered politics.
So, kumbaga, ang mga life lessons sa'yo ng dad mo were from the conversations.
Correct.
Oo. So, sabi nila, kung ano yung exposure ng bata, like 5 years old all the way to puberty, usually yan ang nagiging influence sa desisyon ng isang bata. Like when they're taking up a course, they have to decide what they want to become. In your case, parang ganun din ang nangyari, ano?
Well, pretty much. You know, I was... my dad always instilled that you have to study. Kailangan mo mag-aral, you have to graduate, you have to get an education because that's what, you know, if a good future requires. And even my dad, not many people know this, but my dad is a double major. He's a UE graduate siya with major in marketing and management. So double major yung dad ko.
Wow.
So those are the lessons that he passed on to us.
Ano ang minajor mo?
Management also from Ateneo.
Management from Ateneo, okay. So, paano ka naging basketball player ka din?
I did. I actually played basketball because nga growing up, I used to go to San Agustin for grade school, and my dad used to practice in the gym of San Agustin. So I used to hitch a ride with my dad back. So after school, punta ako sa practice, I'll watch them play, and then uwi kami ng bahay. Pagdating naman ng high school, I was always active sa basketball team. And then college, first 2 years of college ko, I went to the States. Unfortunately, I didn't play formal basketball, but I would always play sa mga parks and playgrounds. Right. And then when I came back, I tried out for the Ateneo, and I made the team. Unfortunately, I had a 1-year residency because I came from another college. And then the year that I started to play, I got injured. So, yeah, I had injuries on my shins, which prompted me to get surgery. You know?
Okay.
And funny because after that, the manager of Ginebra, Mr. Bernabaro, talked to me and my dad and said, you know what, since you play for Ateneo, why don't you join the draft? Sabi ko, but I just came from surgery. Sabi ko, I'm not ready. Sabi niya, yeah, but you'll get better. And while you're getting better, now's the time for you to join the draft. So in 1995, I joined the PBA draft. And I was drafted by the same team of Ginebra San Miguel. And contrary to what other people are saying now, because in the United States, LeBron James and the Lakers just drafted the son, Bronny James. And they're saying first in the history, father-son professional league tandem. And all of a sudden, Facebook starts going crazy, posting my picture with my dad, saying, mali kayo, nauna tayo sa Pilipinas. Ang Jaworski father and son tandem ang nauna.
Ang nauna na father-son
Correct.
tandem.
Almost 30 years ago.
Oo nga. So, teka muna, ano yun? You really wanted it or is it because of pressure dahil yung tatay mo ay superstar?
Well, syempre, lahat ng mga katulad ng ibang kabataan, they were watching my dad. Idol nila ang dad ko. Ako, idol ko rin. I mean, going to school, pag Toyota Crispa pa nung araw, pag pumasok ako at panalo ang Toyota, masaya ako. Pagka Crispa naman ang nanalo at natalo ang Toyota, ay ako pumasok kasi kantsawan yun. It was fun growing up, but at the same time, it also encouraged me and said, I always told myself, what if I join basketball later on? It was a dream. But I knew naman that my dad's shoes are really big shoes to fill, that I could never be a living legend like my dad. But I told myself, basta if I go into this, I know that there are going to be a lot of flack, a lot of people to compare me and my dad. But my dad taught me one lesson. Sabi niya, if you want to stay long in this industry, stop reading the newspaper.
Ayun.
Just work hard and let the people judge you for who you are and what you play.
Correct. Pero natuntong mo rin naman yung tinuntungan ng tatay mo. I mean, I guess there can only be one living legend, no? At wala nang iba yon. Wala naman akong kilala sa mga basketball player. Ang kilala ko lang sila, Gidaben, si Francis Arnaiz, Atoy Coyo. Yun ang mga superstar ng mga buhay namin dati. So you retired along with your dad.
Correct.
Sabay kayo nagretiro because of your injury in 1999. 28 ka pa lang. Ay, iyakan ba yun? Or
No.
it was okay with you that you retired early?
In 1998, my dad ran for the Senate.
Ayun.
And during that time, when he was elected, he asked me to be his chief of staff. So our contract with La Tondena at the time was expiring December of 98. So 99, although I had a renewal offer, my dad told me I had to choose whether I stay as chief of staff because the demands of government in the Senate was really high. So he told me to choose whether I stay in basketball or as a chief of staff. I couldn't do both. So I opted to stay in
In
the
the
Senate.
office? Ah, yung pala. Yung pala.
And this is a funny thing. Today I'm 52 years old now. My dad retired at the same age where I am today, 52 years old. And he was still a playing coach of Ginebra San Miguel at that time.
Talaga ba? After the Senate?
No, when he was elected, he was still an active playing coach of Ginebra San Miguel.
Oh, okay.
So
Senator Coach?
it's
Ang tawag sa kanya.
correct.
Wow. Okay. Well, again, another Renaissance man, your father. But in your case, parang narinig mo ba yung parang bulong sa'yo ng politika? Na when you were working with him as his assistant, or executive assistant, napapasok ka rin sa pagsaserbisyo publiko?
Actually, I entered politics before my father.
Huh?
In
Ganon.
1995, the same year I was drafted, I ran for councilor in San Juan and I was elected as councilor
Ah, totoo?
against my father's wishes.
Ah, so siya ang na-inspire sa'yo. Di totoo nga. Hindi ba? Kung kaya ng anak ko, kaya ko rin. O, di ba? Parang ganyan, di ba?
And then in 2004, I ran as congressman in the city of Pasig and was elected congressman as well.
Ayun. How many terms ka, Congressman?
Just one term because I ran for mayor in 2007, hoping to push for reforms at that time. Unfortunately, that's when I said, you know what, if I win, make or break. If I win, I'll go on. If I don't win, then God, you know, maybe
Negosyo
I'll do
muna
something
tayo.
else. Yes,
Ayan.
precisely. So after that, in 2007, when we did not win, we had another son. So that's the consolation that you know why, because during
Mahirap pala itong matalo sa eleksyon. Nadadagdagan, Mikey. Hindi na pwede, ha? Hindi na pwede. Ilan na ba?
we had 2 boys at that time and we wanted a girl, diba? Kasi gusto namin at least may girl. Para sabi ko, pagtanda ko, may mag-aalaga sa daddy. Eh paglabas, boy ulit.
Sorry ka na lang.
Kaya, kita mo yung contrast, yung father-in-law ko, 5 babae.
Oo.
Kami naman, 3 lalaki.
Uy, feeling
So,
mabait.
oh, diba?
Kasi sabi nga nila, kapag puro lalaki, mabait. Pero kung puro babae, mukhang pilyo noong kanilang kabinataan. Okay, so you again ran as vice mayor and you won. So you're liking it? You like it in the
Well,
executive?
This time around, 2021, I got a call from Mayor Vico and he asked me if I could, be his katandem, his partner sa next elections as vice mayor. And people of Pasig gave us an opportunity to serve, so we're here now. And facing hopefully another term, there are reforms that we're pushing in the city of Pasig, and I'm proud, that we are definitely trying to make some changes, although only in our own small city, but at least we're trying to do something.
Ay, malaking bagay din naman yun, biro mo. Ang haba rin ng pinagdaanan ng ng career mo. Parang up and down din siya, pero full circle, if you ask me, because you're now back to where you probably should be. Pero ang tanong, sino na-inlove kanino una? Na-inlove ba muna siya sa'yo o ikaw na-inlove sa kanya?
It's funny
Ang
because
haba ng sagot.
we
Alam mo,
were set
simple
back
lang
kasi
naman ang
hindi ko
tanong
alam
ko.
kung sasabihin ko yung pilyo. Sa mo kasi mabait, di ba? Babaitan ko na lang yung kwento.
Feeling ko lang yon, hindi naman kailangan totoo.
We were sinat up kami ng mga best friends namin at the time. So we were, hindi naman blind date, but sinabi, you guys have common interests in sports and politics, whatever. So we went out. Lumabas kami bilang mga barkada lang until it developed. Later on, we kept going out, until such time na kaming dalawa na lang nagde-date na.
Ayun.
So doon nag-evolve din.
Hindi mo pa rin sinagot yung tanong eh. Ano ba, ikaw ba yung nasilaw sa kanya o siya ba yung parang panay tawag sa'yo bigla? O ano?
Hindi, basta ang alam ko, siya yung unang
Aminin mo na daw.
siya yung unang nagpadala sa akin ng regalo nung ako'y may sakit. Ayun. So,
Yan din kaya ang sasabihin ni
aaminin niya yun sa iyo, ma'am niya. Pero may kwento, hayaan mo na lang siya magkwento. So, nung pinadala niya ako ng konting
Ito,
regalo,
sabi niya siya na daw magkwento pero tinuloy din niya. Sige, magsalita ka ngayon. Okay.
nung pinadala niya ako ng konting regalo, sabi ko, uy, may gusto talaga sa akin.
Ay,
Yun
may
lang
sakit
yun.
ka lang nun. Sabi niya, those are the meds, darling. Ayun. O ano ba talaga ang totoo? Sabi ko sa inyo, he said, she said ito eh. Okay, tama na ang politika, tama na ang karera at saka showbiz. Love story naman tayo. Pagbalik natin. Dito na ang pagtutuos. Hindi naman talaga tayo pisikal na magbubunong braso, pero ito ay bunong braso ng puso. Naks naman. Ang gandang title ng pelikula, Bunong Braso ng Puso.
Pwede.
Tapos starring Dodot Jaworski and Mikee Cojuanco. Naks. Uy, naalala ko pa yung love story nyo, ha? Sinundan din ng tao yon, you remember?
We remember.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, parang sometimes it's after 25 years of marriage, we tell our story, tapos we try to share our experiences, pero hindi namin alam kung sino talaga yung
Ay
nakikinig
nako,
or
hanggang ngayon,
nanonood.
ano mo, yan ang simula natin. Sino ang una talagang nagkagusto kanino? Totoo ba nung, nagkakilala kayo, si Vince Season, ang nag-set up ng blind date.
Blind date.
Blind date daw. Blind date daw, pero nasilaw si Dodot.
Hindi siya blind kasi sobrang hard sell.
Hard
sobrang
sell?
hard sell. As in, sila parang, Mike, sige na, let's go. Kahit group tayo. Tapos sabi nila, you know what? You're gonna like him kasi matalino siya. Valedictorian siya. Tapos, he's a counselor. He's an athlete. He's gwapo. Mga ganon yung mga hard sell.
Okay. Tsaka
Kaya
hindi
hindi
ba
siya
blind
blind.
date? Yung parang
Hindi
pa
mo
naman
alam,
Oo,
di
hindi,
ba?
hindi mo alam. May tsura, ganyan. So, aminin mo, maganda yung biodata.
Oh, syempre.
Diba? May picture pa.
Hindi, nanood ako ng PBA sa TV
Oh, diba?
para makita ko. Then I
Why
said to
not?
my mom, that's the guy na, iba blind date daw sa akin. Tapos niya, his arms are big. Sabi ko,
Ano ba
syempre.
Ano ba yun? Muscle ba yun o taba?
Syempre.
Mga panahon na yun.
Nung araw, muscle, ngayon taba na lang.
Okay, o sige, at least you're honest, di ba? So, okay, so, ikaw naman, ano naman ang benta sa'yo sa blind
Oo nga.
date?
Ano nga ba?
Hindi, during that time, syempre, kilala kung sino si Mikey. And ito nga, we both went to Ateneo. So, I actually met her on campus because she was on crutches. At that time, she had injured her knee. So, I remember a common friend introduced and we were walking to the same building. So, we had a little chance to talk a little bit.
We did?
And the thing is, she doesn't remember.
Kunwari pa hindi maalala ni
Hindi
Mike.
niya maalala.
Hindi ko maalala.
So,
Siguro
during the-
busy ako sa kakasaklay ko.
Oo nga.
During the time na nag-meet na kami, nag-dinner kami ng first dinner namin, kasama nga double date kami supposedly. And I mentioned that and she couldn't remember at all. So sabi ko, okay,
Ano naisip mo?
during the time kasi sikat na si Mikey noon Swatch girl siya, di ba? And
I was in
you're already
showbiz
in
na,
the showbiz. So during the time talagang, siguro, for her, I'm just one of those guys that she gets to meet every day, di ba?
Correct.
drama
Nakapila ba?
naman.
Nakapila ba yung mga
Sigurado.
maniligaw dati?
No naman.
No
Takot,
naman.
takot sila kay Piping Cojuanco.
Takot sila kay Piping. Oo. Hindi ba?
Dapat lang.
O, ikaw rin, hoy, aminin mo, tinan mo yung ngiti mo. Takot ka rin nun kay Piping.
Hindi, yung tatay niya, pagpapasok ko sa bahay niya, babatiin ko, good afternoon sir, good morning, whatever. Hindi ka papansinin. Sabi ko, bakit ganyan yung tatay mo? Hindi, ganyan talaga yan. Pero mabait naman yan.
I see, okay. So, parang nagtuloy-tuloy yung mga group dates, may gano'n naman, mga group
Correct.
dates.
Yeah.
Pero alam nyo na kayo yung mag-partner dun sa barkadahan.
No, hindi naman. Kasi hindi naman siya pair-pair. Halo-halo.
Okay. Ay, hindi siya pair-pair. O,
Hindi siya
paano nga naging pair? Ang tagal naman, ang kwento.
Yun nga, nagkasakit ako, pinadala ko ng regalo.
Ayun na.
Hindi naman regalo. Fruits naman kasi. Oranges.
Gano'n. Anong ibig sabihin
So
nun?
thoughtful, di ba?
Yeah, so thoughtful.
Tanongin
So
mo kung saan
obvious.
galing yung orange.
So thoughtful
No,
and so obvious, girl.
Kasi, yung mom ko nasa Tarlac, di ba? Tapos tumawag siya. Sabi niya, we have oranges. May nagregalo ng orange. Ang tagal na dyan, baka mabulok na. Do something about
Ay,
it.
ginawa kang basurahan.
Ginawa akong disposal.
Oo nga. Parang ginawang blender.
Pero,
Di ba pagka malapit ng mabulok
Hindi ko
ang
alam.
prutas,
Hindi
ibe-blender
ko alam.
mo na.
It was the beginning of something.
Okay.
Na ako naman, ang naisip ko, you know, my mom is like that. Very practical siya. Hindi siya nag-iisip
Why are you
na,
blaming your mother?
Because she gave me the
The
oranges.
idea. Okay.
Hindi, yung
o, sige
oranges
na.
ang binigay niya, hindi yung idea.
Okay.
Yung oranges
yung
lang.
orange
Sabi
lang.
ko, di ba vitamin C, may sakit siya. So vitamin C para sa may sakit.
Ayun, okay. Alam mo, Doc, ganito yan.
Yes.
Alam mo, Doc,
So, pinadala
Mikey,
ko.
ganito yan.
Wala akong inisip na sasabihin niya, uy, type yata ako nito. Ang naisip ko lang, don't waste.
Pero yung sakit ko nun, sakit ng tiyan.
Lalo kang naging acidic. Hindi niya alam.
Hindi naman.
Ayun.
Talaga?
O, di ba?
Siguro sa sobrang busy ko, wala naman akong social life. Pero siya na yung social life ko siguro. So the fact na siya yung naisip ko, siguro may something.
Ayun.
Kasi siya yung present siguro that time.
Ba?
Not present na gift ha. Siya yung, I mean,
Siya yung nandun.
siya yung nandun. Siya yung nakakausap ko or... yung
Right time,
ganon.
right moment. Parang
Yeah.
politika.
There you go.
Parang pag-shoot
Parang
ng
destiny.
bola sa...
Parang
ano.
destiny.
At paano naging ligawan pagkatapos nun? Siguro naman pagkatapos ng oranges, binigyan mo na siya ng sing-sing or something.
Sing-sing kagad.
Sing-sing kagad eh. Anong ang mga date noon?
We used to go out and have dinner a lot. So, and then she used to watch the games. Then I used to invite her to watch the games. And yun, nanonood man siya. Tapos kain kami sa labas until... Tapos yun, sinagot ko na siya.
Ano ba? Saan galing yun? Alam mo, lalaki ganito eh. Naghihintay lang ng motibo. Kasi nai-insecure sila. Baka may rejection. Tama ba ako? Dr. Korina, the psychologist.
There you go.
Nakuha mo yung orange, ay lumakas ng loob ko. Ay, pwede ito.
Baka nga.
Diba? Ganun yun. Okay,
Ano
so,
ba yung unang nagustuhan mo sa akin?
O, ikaw na mag-interview.
Nag-interview.
Kakape lang ako dito, mag-usap kayong dalawa dyan. Kung ano ang tunay na kwento. Ayan na, ano nga ba
Ano nga
talaga?
ba?
Siyempre, sino hindi magkakagusto? Sa dimple pa lang, patay na ako. O, di ba?
At least umamin. O, tama na.
Okay.
Goodbye na tayo, niloko lang.
Okay.
Okay. So, how did Dodot pop the question? After how long lang?
2 years, almost 2 years.
Wala pang 2 years.
Almost 2.
You know, I think, I don't know why, but siguro dahil marami rin kaming plano sa buhay that we were trying to really, I don't know, parang not a few months pa lang into the relationship, we were already talking about more serious things. We were talking already about our plans for the future and how, paano magtutugma yung plano niya, plano ko, na kami ang magkasama. Tapos, we were talking about marriage, we were talking about, yung mga ganung bagay, no? To the point na, I don't know, I don't know, parang it was so natural na mapag-usapan namin yung mga bagay na yun. Also, kung gusto kong gawin to in this year, what if I want to try to qualify for the Olympics, yung mga ganon, no? So, if we want to be together at that time and be living na together, then siguro by this time, dapat pag-isipan na natin when we will get married, mga ganon. So, it wasn't yung mystery na nagde-date kayo, tapos pagka-angat mo ng baso mo, biglang may sing-sing, tapos magugulat ka kasi nag-propose. Parang, minsan nga, pag nakikita ko yung mga ganon, talaga, hindi mo naisip na malapit na yung time na magpo-propose na ng marriage yung boyfriend mo. Parang
At magugulat ka talaga.
Magugulat ka ba talaga? Di ba dapat hindi ka na
At
nagugulat?
maiiyak ka talaga dahil alam mo na yung gagastusin mo.
Yun pala yun. So I
Diba?
guess, naging ganun yung relationship namin. It was that kind of a relationship that there was from the beginning, may partnership na and the planning of what we wanted to achieve. It was not anymore as individuals, but how we would support each other.
And
in
henceforth,
achieving
25
those.
years later, same
Yes.
formula?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
When one gets into something, you're not just putting yourself out there, it's your whole family
Yeah.
that gets affected.
Who's stricter to the kids?
I think me.
Yeah.
Ikaw.
I think me.
Okay. Bakit? Kasi strict ka rin? You're also strict?
You know, I
Well,
guess.
we both are, yeah.
We both are.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Parenting
And parati
style.
kaming united stand. We never, yung isa magno-no, tapos tatakbuhan yung isa, tapos yung isa mag-yes.
Walang ganon.
In all these years, we've never...
So what do you think about gadgets and kids?
Oh, so many studies now, we have to control it. It really, impedes brain development. And
Physical
shout out to all the parents with the young kids, please, if you want your kids to have a fully developed brain, limit the time that they use their gadgets, because these gadgets emit some signals that will really mess up your brain
And
development.
overall development.
Yeah, it's
correct?
not even just the machine and the technology and what it emits. It's also kung saan yung attention mo, yung parang doon na lang siya parate. Hindi ka na naglalaro, hindi mo na nade-develop yung katawan mo. And I mean, being in sports, both of us being in sports, we see the benefits of that. Hindi lang sa katawan, pero sa socialization, being able to interact with other people when you play, even playing games lang na may rules.
Right.
Diba? You will also learn how to respect each other kasi hindi kailangan sundin natin to para may order.
Right.
Parang ganon. And when you're kids, naglalaro kayo, hindi nyo naiisip na may natututunan din kayo. So, with our kids, it was always play, it was always outdoors. So, nakikita naman namin yung naging value.
So, what is your proudest moment as parents? Meron ba kayong ganon?
Proudest, I think, every milestone
Yeah, ang
of the
dami
kids.
eh.
Yeah.
Marami.
Especially now, our kids are a little bigger now. They're adults already. We have 2 kids who graduated from college. So one's 24, business management, also in Ateneo. And the second one, who's 22, finished with BS biology in medical biology in UST.
Will become a doctor?
Well, that was the plan, but I think the plan's a little changing somewhat.
Okay.
But we're giving him his space to figure it out.
Okay. And yung 16-year-old ninyo, yun ang binabantayan nyo ngayon.
Correct. So the two kuyas are saying, how come we're not as strict with the youngest as we were with the two older boys? And as you said, habang tumatanda tayo, medyo
Siyempre,
naubos na
lumalambot.
Tsaka naubos yung pasensya mo na magalit.
Oo,
Magtsaga,
magalit.
yun yan,
Diba?
magalit,
Oo.
pagsabihan, bantayan.
Pahiram ko sa inyo si Pepe and Pilar para maging champion athletes din sila, di ba? So, but you do emphasize love of country for with all your kids, right? Kasi pareho kayong patriots eh. No? So, I guess that's something that's part of the family. Like, talk about the country. Ganun ba yun?
Yeah. I think it started also with us realizing how blessed we are. And even, like, nakwento ni Dot, yung lahat ng kung anong meron tayo emanates from the support of the fans, the basketball fans, his fans, and even for me, may mga times na pagod ka, tapos may gustong magpa-picture sa'yo, tapos syempre, okay, sige, pero nakikita na pagod ka. And she would come to me and one time sabi niya sa akin, alam mo kaming mga politicians, we beg people so that we can serve them. Kayong mga artista, sabi niya, sila nagbabayad sila, bumibili sila ng ticket para panoorin yung pelikula nyo. And then, you can't even smile? Sabi niya, so when you see a person, you better smile your best smile. Because if that's the only time na makikita mo yung taong yon, you better show that person your appreciation. Parang yung realization of who supported you, parang ganon. And for us, that's, I guess, the Filipino people. So,
That's so true.
Yeah.
That's so
So
true.
that's something na we share with our kids.
Yeah,
Right.
and like for me naman, my dad also had humble beginnings as well. So it always instilled in us a value of hard work, treasure what you have, whether any blessings, from your family to your friends. We always have to be thankful and grateful. And then, syempre, you can't just love your family kasi pag mahal mo yung pamilya mo, bago yung bayan mo, pag nanakaw ka, para sa pamilya mo.
Correct.
Kakalimutan mo yung bayan mo. That's why we have to change yung mindset natin mga Pilipino. Unahin natin pagmamahal natin sa bayan. Kasi kung mahal natin yung bayan natin, hindi tayo gagawa ng mali sa kapwa. Hindi rin tayo natin pagnanakawan yung ating kapwa. Imbes na magkaroon tayo ng crab mentality na tapakan natin yung nasa ilalim, isipin natin, pag umangat ang buhay ng isa, angat ng buhay ng lahat. Yun ang dapat nasa puso natin mga Pilipino. And these are the values that we try to instill in our children.
Dodot Jaworski for president of the Parent-Teacher Association. May palakpakan, 25 years old na sila! 25 years old! At hindi lang yon ang celebration natin. And he's 52 years old! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, Dodot! Sorry, may Google na, hindi ka na pwede magsinungaling sa
Thank you.
iyong edad. Happy birthday to you!
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
25 more years with Mikey!
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for sharing
Maraming
your
salamat.
story with
Thank you,
us
thank you, thank
and
you.
celebrating your birthday and 25th anniversary with us.
Thanks for having us again.
Oo
It's
nga, ang dami
always
ko pang tanong, kulang sa oras. May take 2 po ito. Maraming salamat!
Thank you so much. Thank you.
birthday.
Thank you.
At hindi pa rin namin alam ang tunay na bersyon.
Yeah.
Yay!